In July 2019, at Hunan, a Chinese restaurant in Mexico City, a young woman and an accomplice got up from their table and slowly approached another table. They opened fire on the man sitting there, killing them before fleeing. The hit was carried out in broad daylight in a shopping mall. The man who was shot was a notorious Israeli underworld figure, Ben Suthi. One of the shooters was a woman who claimed she had shot Suthi out of passion. Her story quickly changed, and she revealed that she was paid $260 to carry out the assassination.
Most of the victims and perpetrators that we've seen are actually male, and more often than others, women are normally seen as victims of organized crime. But if we take a deeper look at the data, we can see a more nuanced relationship between women and organized crime. The data highlights the varied role that women can play in assassinations, and that's not only as victims.
Who orchestrated the attack remains unclear. Suthi's criminal career had spanned decades in both Israel and Mexico, and he had made some significant enemies. Both the Jalisco New Generation cartel and an Israeli organized crime group have been accused of masterminding the assassination.
We've seen how women and girls can and do play an instrumental role in criminal activities of gangs around the world, such as taking care of finances. And the work that the GI has done in Central America, for example, we have seen how women have become a vital component in the collection of extortion money. But it's not only taking care of finances. We've seen also how women has been actively the ones that are actually perpetrating the violence. Just like we saw in the case of the Israeli crime boss Ben Suthi, where the perpetrator was a hit woman, or in the existence that was reported on the media about a death squad composed of hit women in Philippines who were carrying out contract killings in the context of war on drugs. So women are expected to garner less suspicions than men, and that's why, because they are perceived as less violent, but that's not often the case.
Interestingly, in 2021, a woman was arrested, who is reportedly connected to the highest levels of the Jalisco New Generation cartel. She has been accused of recruiting the hitman for the attack on Suthi.
The fact that a woman is being accused of recruiting the hitman that actually killed Suthi shows that women, though less frequently than men, can commission contract killings. We've also seen that despite the fact that the role of women in gangs is sparse in comparison to the ones played by the male counterparts, they do play an important and significant role in many gangs. So for example, there was a study about youth gangs in England that suggested that girls make up to 34% of gang membership in that country. So that's quite significant. Other dynamics that have been reviewed by the Global Monitor are the few cases where women were targeted for their particular link to organized crime. We've seen a case that was recorded in El Salvador in 2019, where a woman who was the daughter of a serving police officer was killed, and she was romantically involved with a gang member as well. But the suspicious that the driver to her assassination was her role in the collection of extortion money.